An insider revealed that the New York Yankees are targeting multiple superstar pitchers in this year's MLB offseason. There has been a lot of injuries to the Yankees pitchers, which has led them to going to multiple different directions to look for new pitching options, especially after the idea of Carlos Rodon's injury, where Brian Cashman even admitted that they need to find a way to augment the Yankees pitching, whether it's from the outside or the inside, and then saying you can never have enough pitching. And because of that, a lot of fans were wondering if the Yankees would be going big fish hunting for another superstar pitcher to add to their rotation, as most teams are just trying to stack up as much talent as possible to beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. And with the Toronto Blue Jays beating the Dodgers in Game 1, they look a lot more human, and it does give the Yankees a good chance to go out there and try to get that World Series. We're going to break all of this down, guys, but real quick, if you're part of that 73% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single New York Yankees update. We got a lot of great videos coming out for you every single day that you don't want to miss out on. We're having so much fun on the channel right now, but let's jump right into the video. There is a lot to go over on the Yankees, man, because look, here's the deal. We know the Yankees are dealing with a lot of injuries to their pitchers. Carlos Rodon recently had a surgery done on his elbow, nothing major, but just to remove loose bodies and shave down a bone spur. And in that process, it's now revealed that he will be missing time to start the season. He's not going to miss a ton of time, but he will not be in the Yankees rotation on opening day. And because of that, there is fear about Carlos Rodon because he's dealt with injuries before with the Yankees where it's hindered entire seasons. And Rodon was the second best pitcher on the Yankees this year, and at times the most reliable pitcher on the Yankees. With all that in mind, there has been a lot of discussion on how the Yankees are going to go out there and add more pitching talent to this team, what Brian Cashman is going to ultimately end up doing. And we have multiple reports on that, including one from Jim Bowden mentioning that the Tigers commenced negotiations on an extension with Tarik Skubal, who is entering his walk season, but were somewhat surprised to find they were about $250 million off from what Skubal wants with their latest offer. Skubal and Paul Skeens of the Pittsburgh Pirates are considered the two best pitchers in the sport. To sign either one of them to a long-term deal, their current teams must expect ways to commit dollars far beyond the Gerrit Cole contract of 9 years, $324 million, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto's 11-year, $324 million contract back, when Juan Soto got his $765 million deal and Shohei Ohtani got his $700 million. They reset the market for top free agents, and the expectation now is that Skubal will reset the market for pitchers and become the highest paid starting pitcher in history. With a realistic starting price north of $400 million, it's unlikely the Tigers go there, and if that's the case, they certainly can't make the mistake of waiting until the trade deadline to deal him or letting him walk with minimal draft compensation next offseason, as he's going to be having that qualifying offer tendered, but at the end of the day, there's still a lot of concern. And the Tigers and Bowden did continue on by saying, even though the Tigers are in position to compete for the postseason next year, it's likely they shop Skubal at the winter meetings to try to make the best trade they can, with so many big market teams with deep farm systems obviously watching him, such as the Mets, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Giants. So a bunch of teams that are also known to be willing to spend big money. All these teams will be looking to go after Tarik Skubal and land the best pitcher in baseball, or the second best pitcher in baseball to Paul Skeens, depending on which way you want to go with it. But regardless, there's going to be a whole lot of people watching him. And as the Detroit Times mentioned, the Tigers will be likely shopping him at the winter meetings. Now, on top of that, we look at Skubal. The man is downright phenomenal. In 31 starts last season, he had a 2.21 ERA with a whip of 0.891, 241 strikeouts, and 195 innings pitched. He is absolutely phenomenal. The man won Cy Young and then turned around and outdid himself this year. So we see that. We understand how damn good Skubal's been over these last couple of years to become one of baseball's best pitchers. He always had it in him. We always kind of knew that Tarik Skubal would get here, even back when he was first coming up. He was a top prospect. He had all the signs pointing to being this great, and now we are seeing it in real time. The man is also going to be getting a monster contract, and if the Tigers aren't going to pay him, then they probably should trade him and get back as much as humanly possible here. Now, we have seen that Skubal is in rarefied air. With 190-plus innings pitched, an ERA under 2.50, 225 strikeouts in back-to-back seasons. The only other people who have done that outside of Skubal are Clayton Kershaw from 2013 to 2015, which is just insane. Pedro Martinez did it in 1999 and 2000. Bob Gibson did it in 1968 and 1969. And Sandy Koufax did it in 1965 and 1966. I thought I said 1996 with Sandy Koufax for a second, and I was like, he did not pitch in 1996. But But no, obviously Skubal has found himself in rarefied air when it comes to pitching greatness. The man is on track for a Hall of Fame career at this point, and I mean, Hall of Fame careers, you usually find yourself in some big-time jerseys, whether you're Kershaw or Koufax in an LA uniform. I mean, Pedro Martinez was a Red Sox. Obviously, there's a slew of great Yankee pitchers and great Yankee players as well. The Yankees usually do have the best players in baseball, so this is a perfect time for the Yankees to go out there and sort of just say, hey, by the way, we still are the Yankees. And this is a perfect chance to do so. I mean, even trading for Skubal, though, it is a worrisome situation because of what happened with Soto. If you land Skubal, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to stick around longer than a year. He still has the opportunity to leave in free agency if he wants to after the Yankees deplete their entire draft assets, which we saw not work out for them with the Juan Soto situation. Obviously, that 1 year was great. They made the World Series. Juan Soto was a huge part of that team. But then ultimately Soto would end up walking, and that changed everything for the Yankees, and they had to recoil. And they did a decent job recoiling, but they didn't have as good of a season, and they didn't have Juan Soto, given they lost also Gerrit Cole for the entire year with the Tommy John surgery. But it would not hurt for the Yankees to add Skubal, then have a rotation that features Gerrit Cole, Carlos Rodon, Tarik Skubal, Max Fried, and Cam Schlittler as well. I mean, it's just a downright phenomenal core, and it would be so insane to witness that. Obviously, that wouldn't be the exact way it goes. It would be Skubal as their real ace if you want to go that far, then Fried, then Cole, then Rodon, then Schlittler, and as the season starts without Cole or Rodon, you wouldn't really feel like you're missing them just because you still have Tarik Skubal, Cam Schlittler, and obviously Max Fried. So you see that. And then you got, Will Warren and Luis Gil, who are two nice young players as well. You could stick Luis Gil in the bullpen for a year. You might want to do that with Will Warren as well. Or because that Cole is coming off that surgery, he's getting older as well, and Rodon's coming off a surgery, you can run a six-man rotation. Put Warren out there, still have Luis Gil coming out of the bullpen as that swingman guy. It would be an interesting route to go for the Yankees, and one that I would not mind seeing them do. However, there have been other names linked to the Yankees as well, and we are going to go over that one as well, because there is another one that we do have to talk about. And as Jim Bowden mentioned, there have been several reports out of Cincinnati that the Reds are planning to shop Hunter Greene this winter. One reason a trade might be considered is because of Greene's durability issues. Through his first 4 years in the big leagues, he's never made 27 starts or pitched 160 innings. It's possible that there is a medical risk that we don't know about. One thing Bowden says he does know is that if they want to trade him, the Reds could get a huge return with the amount of team control remaining, and the Dodgers, Mets, Red Sox, Yankees, Orioles, and Giants are likely to be interested. Bowden said, I think it would be a huge mistake for them to deal Greene, but we can't ignore the rumors because they are so loud and no one is denying them. So obviously, that is crazy in itself to go out there and see that. And I mean, Greene, man, he's been phenomenal. He's got a 2.76 ERA in the 19 starts he appeared in. He did deal with some injury, had a whip of 0.938. So he's a phenomenal player. If he could stay healthy, that is an absolutely insane situation to have, that you would be able to acquire him because he's under team control till 2029. So it would be very interesting to see the Yankees go out there and try to pull this off. But do you guys want to see these moves happen? What are you willing to give up for each of these guys? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Go Yankees. It didn't stop recording, guys.